Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we're playing the Dota tutorial. This is the tutorial that Slacks and his community project made. And I thought we could just have a look at it. I don't know. I'm sure you're curious about how it turned out as well. I'm very curious. Now, I have prepared a little text with paper. I know, paper. Like, so, what is this? Basically, what my plan is right now is we're gonna just go ahead and play the tutorial a bit, see what it's about, see whether or not we think it's good, see if we can maybe give some constructive feedback, but really, you know, we'll just have a look at it. And then I would like to kind of read this out to you. And what this is, it's kind of talking about why I personally was opposed to making this tutorial in the first place. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Oh, I can just click play, look at that. It's just for one play after all, right? But yeah, this is, I just kind of want to like explain my argument a little bit because I feel like people misunderstood me a little bit. Admittedly, that's because it's a difficult thing to explain. In fact, it did take me quite a few hours to just like write it out properly. So yeah. Anyway, let's get ourselves into this right now and have a look at it first.
Fresh from the Netflix anime, are we?
Yes. We are from the Netflix anime, aren't we? When is that coming out? Isn't that coming out in like 2 days? 25th, I think, right? It's 23rd today.
Yes, of course.
Except for Artifact. Are we still pro Artifact? Is that a thing?
The main goals of the game.
I mean, Artifact kind of officially died recently, no?
No,
I don't know.
surprisingly, it's to
Kill the Ancient.
You see? This is why you need us.
Alright, very good.
This is your Dota 2 map, your personal battlefield. You're currently in your fountain.
We are in the fountain.
And is where you can purchase
By the way, it is kind of quiet. I can't really make it louder. There's no volume slider that I can tell. Oh, this is nice though. Look at that. That's very good. I like this message log a lot. Alright.
all the way over here.
Nice particle effect.
This is what you're trying to destroy.
I'm not being sarcastic here, by the way. Because, I'm so worried about coming across like an ass. No, I mean it's like genuinely like it's a nice particle effect that works very well. Try increasing the game voice volume. That generally doesn't help very much with these kind of things, but we can try it. It's at 100%. Okay, move your cursor. Oh, wait, I was still reading it.
You would. Something as ugly as you would think that, brother.
Okay, so I guess move to the marked waypoint.
Oh my goodness, it's first steps. Someone grab the camera. Okay, now move on to the next area.
Hey, we did it.
Oh, hey, it's
Unit
Lorana
speech. Unit speech is
from
usually
Anime
like Dragon
Club with
Knights.
a, budget voice actress. Mirana.
No.
Actually, she's a very old hero. In fact, she was in the original Dota.
Wasn't Dragon Knight in the original
From the
Dota as well?
anime. Anyway, she's very protective of us for no particular reason. Watch out for her arrows. Just simply dodge them when she fires them at you.
Okay. Alright, let's move. Haha, okay, cool, we can. What happens if I get hit? I'm kind of curious.
Sorry, was that you? My bad.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I got hit.
Don't get hit. Oh,
How many voice lines do you have for this? Ah!
sorry, was that you? My bad.
Oh, just 2 of them?
Don't get hit. Oh. Don't get hit. Oh. Don't get hit. Oh.
Okay, okay. Alright, let's make it all the way through.
Nice dodging.
Hello.
That's a good effort.
I like that she
Very
walks away, that's
You're a
very good.
real walking pro. Now let's get to the hard stuff. I'm going to unlock your camera now. If at any point you get lost, the F1 key will bring you back to your hero.
Well, that isn't entirely accurate for me, because I have mine rebound to free. But, I mean, obviously that's something that isn't really a concern for new players. They would have it on F1.
Reel it back in, kiddo. In the game of Dota, you'll need to move your camera while simultaneously moving your hero to a selected spot. This is difficult to master, but it's step 1. We will help you, but first we need you to get ready to fight if you want to survive outside of the safety of your fountain. Here is a target dummy.
So, wait. Did they unlock my camera?
This is the new player that showed up yesterday.
Okay, that's a little strange. They unlocked my camera and then immediately locked it again.
Right-click him to attack.
Alright. I'm attacking the new dummy. What happens if I stop attacking? Nothing. Okay, just curious.
Oh,
Nice.
my, that was very wild. Wait a second. Why do I have a...
Ah,
No! Why? Got it!
that's very funny. I like that.
What are you doing? Oh, look at that. You've leveled up and got a goal. Killing enemies or just being in the general area of...
I do have gold. Where do I see it?
Experience and gold. Gaining experience
Oh, that's a
allows
lot
you
of
to level
text.
up, like in any RPG game. As you can see, you are already provided
Why did you
with third
first?
skill, Dragon Blood, which is a passive, meaning that it just works. Now, you can select another skill. Let's have you select an active ability. Click on the plus sign over Dragon's Tail.
Okay. This is one where maybe I can. I feel like this should be split up into multiple steps, right? You just told me about leveling up, gaining experience and gold. I have a bunch of gold apparently, which I can't see on screen. I don't know where I have my gold. And you sort of, I don't know, this feels maybe just me being very specific, but if I'm a League player, right? And I'm coming into Dota and you tell me you have your third skill already and it's a passive, meaning it just works. I'm assuming this is a spell. I don't even have to level. I just have this. Right? Because that's how the tutorial kind of taught me this so far. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking that part, but it feels like this is a lot of stuff all at once.
Feel free to hover over your skills at any time to learn more about them. It's probably best to not do this during a game, though, as other people might laugh at you. You can also read up on hero skills in the Heroes tab, which is in the main menu of the Dota client. Oh no, here comes Pug.
Hey, it's Birch.
Hello everybody, this is Pugna, and I'm here to talk to you today about the difference between strength, agility, and intelligence.
Oh, already?
Oh no, make him stop! Use your ability. Press the W key or hover over the icon and select the skill you want to use. Then, hover the mouse over the enemy unit and left-click them. Great! Your hero will automatically walk towards the enemy.
Oh, you don't even let me do it.
Spell is in casting range, and then they will automatically cast it.
But it's not working. Oh, now it's working.
Excellent work.
Okay.
Ghost now, by the way. Looks like you're XP for another level. Try putting it into your
I like that. I'm just a ghost now. Chat, push one if you want to be a ghost. What happens if I skill something else? Okay.
Your Dragon Tail is a single target ability. You can target a single enemy and it'll cast it on them as long as you're in range. Breathe Fire, on the other hand, is a target point ability. You can target a point, like a place on a map, but not a specific unit. Wait, why do I have a health bar?
Wait.
It's your turn, dear brother. You know what to do, young one. Press Q.
Meaning you can target point like a place on map, but not a specific unit. But that's wrong.
Then click on the ground with the left mouse button.
Its ability is a unit or point target.
No, wait!
You can literally point target it. Okay, sure. Let's do this then.
Ah, it burns! Well, guess we're both ghosts now.
Yes, you're.
Both ghosts now. They will haunt you for eternity. Just keep in mind that this is not in a normal Dota game. You will not be haunted by ghosts, I promise. Actually, you know what else will haunt you? Hit the shop button.
Wait, I thought I already have a bunch of gold. Oh, I only have 0 gold right now.
My lord, there are so many items. My eyes! Items
There
are
is
one
a lot
the
of
main
items.
reasons This game is so deep. A hero by default will be good at a specific thing, depending on who you pick. But items allow you to change them to excel in areas that they may not be able to normally. Certain items can allow you to open up completely different playstyles for your heroes. Think of Dota heroes as rock, paper, scissors. Rock will always beat scissors, but in Dota, scissors can specifically build itself to be a little bit better against rock, should that need arise. Don't worry, my friend, every single hero has a guide that the community made which will tell you what items to buy on it. This is a little video that will show you how to do this in-game. Select a guide maker that you like and trust, and select their guide and confirm them.
Yeah. This is weird. I like this. This is pretty nice how they like incorporated the video like this. Very cool.
Speaking of which, I made you a guide to
Although
get out of
problem
this
is,
exact scenario right now. You can
I don't
trust
have the
me.
button.
Trust me. Now, as you can see in my guide, we have items here, and you can just click
Well,
on them.
I
You
don't have the
enough
button.
Gold. You don't have to find them in the big shop list. Your gold is down in the bottom right. Congratulations! I think you have enough money from murdering 3 people in the very short time you've arrived here. So go ahead and buy that tango.
All right.
Okay, creature of mine, it's time for you to escape this hellish prison we've designed for you. On the item in your inventory, just like you would a spell, and then select one of the trees. Are you starting to see a pattern? You did it!
Hey.
Don't ask why eating a tree is a good thing in this game, it just is. You can now escape. Go, little one, run before we change our minds.
Yes.
We are gonna give you back control over your camera.
Oh.
About time to
Oh.
walk and look, baby.
Okay, cool. I actually have a camera now. What happens if I try to leave? Do they let me? I don't know. I'm always trying to kind of like break things.
Did you really think we would
No.
let you out? No! We have thousands of barriers.
Very good. I do have to say, I find it very funny.
Follow this very not ominous path. Practice your moving and camera control. And while you're at it, keep in mind that you can move your camera in 2 ways. Number 1 is for cool people, where you middle click your mouse on the ground and hold it while dragging. Or you can be like my idiot Grievel brother and move your cursor to the edge of the screen. All of this, of course, you can change in your game setting.
You can also WASD. You know, not WASD, but arrow keys. Which is actually something, from what I understand, there's quite a few people that like doing that. Yeah, I guess we're just kind of like moving around a bit. That's fair. You know, a bit of practice with that.
Yes.
And here we are. Welcome to the top Radiant Barracks. Now before you lay several buildings, each with their own purpose and destiny.
It's very strange these arrow keys. Who does that? I actually know quite a few people who do that.
Do you think it's cool? I sure
This is not unusual using the arrow keys.
So to your right, you can see the melee barracks, and to the left, you can see the range barracks. These 2 buildings spawn creeps.
Don't worry, not creeps like people that have body pillows. Creeps like, what do Dota creeps like?
The creeps spawn every 30 seconds, and
All
one on
right,
the top
then.
ahead of them, called a lane. The creeps are uncontrollable and have one mission: to mindlessly walk.
You
down
have
the
to move your
path
hand.
and
Well, yeah, they
immediately
rebind the
come in
keys. I'm
contact.
not saying you use the arrow keys literally, but you rebind your hotkeys so you have access to the arrow
That's
keys
right.
somewhere else.
Creeps act as your cannon fodder, making sure that the enemy can't just go to your side of the map and hurt you, or they're gonna get stabbed by 1,000 little swords.
These barracks are what spawn these creeps. As you can imagine, if you destroy the enemy's barracks, then your creeps become stronger. That may not make sense, but that's just how Dota is. There's one set of barracks in each of the 3 lanes. These lanes are referred to as top, middle, and bottom.
This is a lot of information all at once about something that isn't really important yet.
But your creeps get stronger in each lane that lacks an enemy barracks. Take one lane and you'll get super creeps. And if you
I
take
would not
all
have
the
explained
lanes, you'll
barracks
get
at this
mega
point. We
creeps.
haven't even
Check out how
we don't even know what a
creeps
creep
are,
looks
how
like.
powerful they get as they murder these 4
This is our first view of creeps. I mean, this is a very nice like
That
visual,
mega creep don't mess around.
right? I think this is a very good, very clean visual, but
Indeed. Think of Dota like this. Killing other players allows you to have time to hit their buildings while they respawn. Hitting buildings is the true goal of Dota. When there are no buildings, the enemy ancient is exposed. The game, in a nutshell, is essentially an elaborate tug of war where both sides try to outpush the other.
Dota is a game about creeps and exposing things. That is actually not a joke.
okay. So we have our creeps. Very good.
Swiftly.
All right. That was a lot of information. This like recent look at this huge chunk of text about creeps and barracks. I feel like that's something that should be done a little bit later. Right? I think if you want to talk about barracks, you should mention here that they spawn the creeps and the creeps walk into lanes. And then as you go through this, and I don't know how it goes through it, but I would personally eventually like try to push down, make the players push down a lane, destroy a lane, and then mention what happens when you destroy a barracks. Right, I think it's just a lot all at once here.
But in order to get gold, you must be the one to get
So we haven't even lasted it yet or anything like that.
the last hit. This concept works for anything killable in Dota, including
Alright, try getting some last hits on some of these creeps. And to help you, let me introduce you to our last hit trainer. No, it's not a minigame. It's a gigantic, thick-ass sheep.
Howdy, Dragon Man. It's nice to meet you.
Okay. Alright. So I guess we have a sheep. What are these arrows?
You're a goddamn natural. Oh, that was a good last hit. You're a goddamn natural. You got it, keep it up.
I like the motivational sheep.
Depending on your hero, you can also use spells to kill creeps. Keep in mind that this
Miss one. Oh, I should miss one.
commodity. Remember, auto
Oh, I can't deny.
nothing, but spells typically use a resource called mana, which is your blue bar.
Although these arrows do not help, really. Oh, my motivational sheep stopped. Oh, I need to last it with brief fire.
So long, Dragon Knight. Don't give up.
No! No! My motivational sheep!
And look who we have here. An enemy hero.
That was the best part! Give me my motivation. I want that in normal Dota. I want a motivational sheep next to me, but I'm playing normal Dota.
Your hero, Dragon Knight, is a melee hero, which typically means that you'll be a bit tankier than the ranged heroes like Sniper. But of course, the downside to being melee is that you gotta get closer in order to attack.
So,
You suck.
Sniper is actually getting the last hit on some of his own creeps. Why would somebody ever do such a thing?
This is called denying. When an allied creep is at low HP,
Get fucked,
you can
Sniper.
actually attack it by hitting the A key and then selecting your creep. If you get the last hit, then the enemy will actually get less experience. This is what separates us from the plebs over in League.
Try denying some of your creeps now.
okay, I get... Okay, so here's the thing. Right? Like, I understand that the joke is always that, like, Dota players hate on League players and League players hate on Dota players. I get that that's the joke. But don't you think there's a very high likelihood that the people that are gonna be trying this out are people that have played League before and probably like the game? So kind of insulting them might not necessarily be the best way to go. I don't know. There's some choices of language I find a little bit odd. This is also maybe not my spot to say, but I do find it a little bit weird that the thick-ass sheep is how we describe the sheep voiced by a female personality. I don't know. Maybe that's not really what I should be criticizing, but it did still feel a little weird to me.
Sniper is less powerful than you right now. Take advantage of this by destroying him.
Yes, do the community a favor and kill that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, fuck him up. Alright. You got 200 health, okay.
Now that
Oh,
sniper
teleporting.
died, pushes tower.
Towers are an important objective. Each lane has a few of them for protection. Once you've killed one, it's gone forever. Go ahead and try to destroy that tower. Doing so is the same versus any other unit in the game. You can simply right-click to attack.
Alright, let's attack this tower then. Oh, what the fuck?
And now you know the pain of death. Let this be an important lesson for you. Pushing towers can be very dangerous.
As you can see, you are now dead, but luckily for you, death is not permanent, unlike for us Greevils. Your respawn timer can be seen at the top HUD or your personal hero portrait. You'll always respawn in your fountain.
Your respawn time is based on how much experience you have. The longer the game goes, the longer your respawn time will be. Luckily for us, you're a noob, so it should be no time at all.
Well, it's been pretty long already.
Death can still be valuable to your team by overseeing the map in order to make the best decisions in the game. Examples being where should you go next, or what items do the enemy heroes have, or what do you want to eat for dinner tonight. All of these can be learned while you're dead.
Time to go back to the tower. Typically, you need an item to teleport here, but I'm bored, so Let's help you out a bit.
Oh, okay.
This time, let's be more cautious. Every tower has a rate.
Oh, I skipped it by holding Alt too early.
See, when the creeps enter the area of the tower, it started attacking the first target it saw. This can allow you to move within the tower's range without getting hit. Okay, try getting to the other side of the tower without taking damage.
Just walk over there. Well, what happens if I get it wrong? Sorry, I'm being a little shit. I'm just curious. Oh, nothing. What happens if I die? Can I not get the tower to attack me? No, towers doesn't want to attack me. Alright, I'm sorry. Are you guys not curious? I just want to see what happens. Although tower doesn't want to attack me. Oh, tower immediately switches target. Well, that's gonna take a long time to die. I guess I can help the tower by killing the creeps. I don't know, maybe we should just move on. It's very unlikely you're gonna die to this tower because they changed how the tower aggro works. So they made it, it's actually funny enough, like I think this tower aggro is closer to how it works in League. Right, where it always prioritizes creeps. I'm not entirely confident about that, but I think in League it kind of works a bit more like this as opposed to Dota's, which is a bit more, you know, I'll just attack what I'm attacking right now. Alright, do you guys want to see if we can kill this? Or if we can kill ourselves to this tower? I mean, it will happen eventually, it's just gonna take a while. Early. Oh! That's kind of fun. Did it like screams at you if you get it wrong? Although not consistently. Alright, I'm kind of getting a little... well, now we're already halfway there. We might as well go for it, right? Okay. You can use Hurt Me Bad if you have cheats on. No, no cheats, no cheats. Just kind of went into this the way I think you're supposed to go into it. Admittedly, they might have cheats enabled by default? I don't know. Bring it, tower. Alright. Like maybe 2 more cycles. That would be my guess. Like about 2 more cycles. I wonder if they've prepared for this. They've actually been pretty good about that. Like, kind of like preparing for the contingencies that, like, some people might intentionally be idiots. Oh, it's so close. Like, for example, when I wanted to leave the base earlier. Yeah, maybe we do find something interesting. Alright, come on, come on. You can do it, tower. Yes! Okay, we resurrect. Oh, you just respawn right here. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's well made. I mean, they did apparently account for my nonsense. Alright, then. Admittedly, I do think that this is not how the tower aggro normally behaves, so it's a little bit sketch in my opinion, to teach people how to move past towers with aggro that isn't accurate to the game aggro, you know? Sorry, I missed that. Just use your creep, start killing the tower. Oh, okay.
In addition, we'll collect.
Damn, you strong now. Activate your ultimate, which turns you into a dragon. Now, kill that tower.
All right, look at us.
Woo! The enemy just activated their cliff.
Wow, that's a long
temporarily
list of
make all
tasks
the
there.
towers and creeps invulnerable for a short amount of time. Go ahead and try clicking it.
No, I can't attack. Please use cliff next to the minimap.
Nicely done. Now destroy the tower once and for all.
All right, cool.
You'll notice you delete your items. Don't actually do this in a match or you will get reported.
Now that you've killed some creeps and a tier 1 tower, let's go actually buy some items for yourself.
As we mentioned previously, most items can be bought from your base.
Yes.
There are actually some items you can only buy from the secret shop.
Secret
The
shop.
map will show 2 locations of this shop. Go ahead and click over here to purchase some goodies. If you want to go to a specific spot on the map without having to follow your hero with the camera, you can use the mini-map. Right-click on the secret shop.
There's a powerful damage item called the Daedalus. It gives you a bunch of plus damage, as well as a percentage chance to critical strike for even more. In order to build it, you need the Demon Edge, which is only available in the secret shop. Go ahead and purchase that.
Okay.
In order to complete the Daedalus, you must purchase the Chrysalis and the recipe for the main shop. Go ahead and do so.
Keep in mind that for the regular shop, you can buy things from anywhere on the map. When you do this, just know that the items will not automatically enter your inventory. You still need to go pick them up manually or have them delivered. Okay, now, I don't know about you, but walking back to the base seems like a huge waste of time. Luckily, you can use your cuddly courier to deliver those items from the base directly to you.
Everybody starts with a cute little courier. After you buy items, you can click on this arrow and it will tell your courier to bring you all the items which you purchased. Now just hit the deliver button on the...
All right. Oh, hey. It's coming. Give me my items. Chat, push one if you're hyped for our Daedalus. Oh, I'm all about this Daedalus. Hook me up.
Congratulations. You've successfully used a poor defenseless animal to do your bidding.
These little critters can die, so if you see an enemy courier, make sure to slay it. This gives your whole team gold and lets you slow down.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that back in the day,
Okay, you have some items.
when you
have
kill the
some
courier, they would drop their items that they were carrying, and you could just steal opponents' items by killing their courier.
Use your mini-map to navigate
Wild, isn't it?
the waypoint. And let's get in there.
All right, coming in here.
I need
Oh.
no steed.
Closer to neutral
You
camp.
made it! Welcome to the terrifying dark jungle, young innocent beautiful one. On the Dota map, there are 3 lanes. This is where most of the action takes place, as you'll need to push one of these lanes or more likely all of them to win the game. Lanes are where creeps go, and that means it's where the easy money and experience lies.
But not all things are
Lanes
so
are where
predictable,
creeps
my
go.
friend.
That sort of
Dark regions
sounds a lot like you're saying the
jungle.
creeps.
Dangerous
Wait, what?
creatures spawn
Sorry.
in the jungle camps where they stand guard to attack any who do them harm. The jungle acts as a place where you can be unseen by your enemies. This means that you can farm here and make money, or you can
Ah, sorry, I
stay
misunderstood
if they
something.
won't
Never
see
mind.
you coming. Although the same applies to them. But what are you farming? Well, let's show off some of those jungle creeps.
Jungle creeps come in 4 sizes: small, medium, large, and ancients. Don't get that confused with the ancient, of course. As you might imagine, the higher tier the jungle creeps, the bigger and stronger they are. Of course, the bigger they are, the more gold and experience they will provide.
This is really well
Go
made.
ahead and mercilessly slay this
Look, I don't even have anything else I can say about it. Nice. Oh, you're giving me guaranteed crit. Or I just...
Yes!
Huh?
Good. Now all we need to do is
What was
wait.
that?
Jungle creeps spawn every minute. You'll notice that there's a clock at the top center of your screen.
Dragon to the
I'm
fray.
bored.
Okay, fine. We'll just respawn them now, but remember, in a normal game, it's every minute. Great, but oh dear, these weak, pathetic creeps from the small camp give so little golden experience.
You know, we could just walk to the bigger camp.
Forward.
No, I'm far too fat for that. I have a better idea. The jungle camps respawn every minute so long as there's nothing in their spawn area. Hold the Alt button to see what this spawn area looks like.
See that box? You don't want to stand in there when the in-game timer reaches a minute, or you will block the spawn. Or maybe you do want to stand in there to block your enemy's camp from spawning. kinda down what kind of person you are.
Now the creeps won't spawn as something in their way. But what if we move the creeps out of the way at the exact moment that they're supposed to spawn? Let's see what happens.
Okay, we're already doing
Timer hits
stacking.
53. I want you to attack a jungle creep and then run away. Get them to chase you and make sure that you and them are outside the box.
That feels a bit early.
Ready, go!
Okay, well, let's wait. You can skip it, apparently. I feel like stacking is way too advanced. It's also a bit niche, isn't it?
Perfection. Well
Okay.
done. This is what we call stacking a camp. Now you can get much more XP and gold from slaying this camp. In fact, Dota rewards you for doing this by giving the person...
I feel like there's like some... I don't know. Dota's a complex game, right? And I feel like you gotta really make sure that you focus on the stuff that is absolutely necessary.
Important skill for all heroes to know. So, let's see how good you are. Slay these creeps, and let's try it again. But this time, I want you to keep stacking the camp as many times as you can. Just like in a real game, you're gonna need to pull the creeps earlier and earlier if you hope to stack more. The more you stack, the better gift I shall bestow upon you. And there's somebody here to hype it up for you. Good luck.
We're here at the Stacking Training Championships, and I'm here to make this mundane activity extremely exciting.
Oh, hello, OD Pixel. Alright, so I need to stack, or do I need to... Alright, let's do the stack again. I thought I'm supposed to kill them. I couldn't even do damage to them.
That is not a stack. The judges are not going to be happy.
Okay, I messed up. Turns out I suck at stacking. Alright, come with me. Hey, that creep didn't follow me.
If these stacks keep going like this, we're
The
going
creep didn't want to.
play another video game.
So I think this is way too advanced for new players. If I'm completely honest, I don't think this should be in here at all.
Triple stack. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay.
Dragon to the fray.
Alright, come with me.
Compelled to battle.
But they just don't want to come. They're just not helping. What?
It's not a stack.
They're just chilling.
I'm not going to be happy.
They're just not getting there. I don't know what to do, man. Okay, here we go. Now we hit all of them.
I need no steam.
Alright, come here, friends.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a cold stack.
Thanks, Pixel.
My.
Thanks, buddy. Alright.
Yes. Who calls the dragon?
Quintuple stack. Quintuple stack.
Alright. Can we do another?
Onward. The dragon. Swiftly.
No.
That is not a stack. The judges are not going to
No, that was too much.
Yeah. Excellent work. Now go ahead.
What? I'm not done yet.
Your allies in the game if you want, but be careful if you
What? I wanted to keep stacking. What the fuck?
from taking your stack camp as well.
Aww. Do I have to kill them now? I don't have any mana anymore. It'll take forever. Yeah. I feel like if I were to give some feedback, right? I think that this is a section that's just way too advanced already. And just like these barracks down here. Right? There's like too much information that isn't actually that relevant immediately that's already being dumped on players.
My god, is that a neutral item? I have no idea why I'm so excited. They're not even particularly rare. Neutral items are dropped only by jungle creeps. 4 of them will drop for each team based on the time of the in-game clock. There are 5 tiers to these items, and they get better as the game goes on. This whole process begins at 7 minutes for the tier 1 items, and it ends with the most powerful and game-breaking neutral items at 60 minutes. Just hope your games don't last that long.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure you were thinking to yourself, there just aren't enough items for me to learn in this game. Well, here you are, my friend. The good news is that your inventory has one slot that is reserved specifically for a neutral item. So you don't have to mix and match with what you're buying during the game.
I get that this is supposed to be a joke, but if I was a new player, that would seriously turn me off. The way that was framed. I gotta say. Like, this right here, like, oh, there aren't enough items in the game for me to learn. Well, here you are, my friend. That to me would be like, yeah, okay, you know, maybe I'll play something else. Fairy trinket.
Dear me, you have 2 neutral items now. As you can see, the second neutral item went into your backpack. The backpack slots are what we call muted, meaning it's as if you don't have them on your hero. This is useful when your 6 item slots are full, but you still want some other items that you can swap out for. Anyway, let's send your first neutral item back to the base.
Here is your neutral item. Now right-click on that and select Teleport to Neutral Stash.
Alright. 2 o'clock in the mornings. Slacks. That clip was recorded. That clip was recorded at a different moment than the other ones. Alright.
Congratulations, you have successfully swapped neutral items.
You stacked camps, you farmed neutrals, you returned neutrals to the fountain. You're literally better than 80% of current Dota players.
Okay then, my little pancake, it's time to teach you how to kill.
What's up?
Onward.
It's Ricky, the demon rat. Follow that monster.
Who calls to Dragon Knight?
Okay, we just saw an enemy in the jungle. It's time to hunt.
Oh, I can't even go up here.
First, let's talk about vision.
To have the best chance of killing someone, my friend, you must see them first. The Fog of War covers all areas of the map where you lack vision.
Like, okay, so here's kind of the problem, right? This is really important information. But my brain is still stacking. Right? I'm still stacking.
Look at these creeps.
And I'm worrying about, like, big barracks I need to kill and whatnot. And it's just kind of like, with so much information all at once, it becomes difficult to distinguish which ones is actually really critical. And I think this is something where it's being presented the same way as stacking, but Fog of War is way more important than stacking. I'm not saying that the individual, like, content here is bad. It's very good, actually. Like, the way the individual things are being presented is absolutely, totally fine. But I feel like the stacking tutorial, that should be, like, in its own separate section. Like, in its own separate, like, version of the game, maybe. You know, a separate map. Are we scanning now? Really? I don't even use scan. Chat, push 1 if you use scan. Push 2 if you never fucking use scan. Alright.
Ah, that's a bummer. No enemies there, but when an enemy is under the scan, it'll turn red and make an alarm sound.
Usually, the scan will go on cooldown for a while, but we will keep it available just for you. Scan again, but at the high ground where we are. This will also be a test to see if you can find yourself on the minimap.
Oh my goodness. The enemy is right up that hill. What should we do?
You don't need to scan on the minimap.
No plan?
That's what most idiots would do, but not us. We are going to use vision. Behold the most important item in the game, a ward.
Yes?
Go pick those up
Oh,
and,
there we go. Alright, that was a little
wards are typically
slow.
bought in the shop like your regular items. They give you vision of enemies even when no friendly units are there. They can be put on high ground to give the best vision in the game. Wards are very important as they can reveal what is lurking in the dark areas of the map.
Perhaps revealing enemies so you can kill them.
And you can use wards defensively in your own jungle, so you can see when the enemy's coming.
So they can't kill you.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The map is huge. Where should I put my wards? Well, good news, friends, the best ones are already marked. The cliffs marked with the eye symbol are some of the best places to put wards in the game. They provide good vision.
Do you remember that we were trying to kill Ricky?
Offensively and defensively.
Like, this is all still preamble to chasing down Ricky.
Let's put a ward on this high ground before we just walk up there to our deaths. Select a ward from your inventory with the left mouse, then click on the high ground target. This will place the ward. You don't need to be very close to do it.
Well done, but what's this? No one here. This can't be right. We scanned this area and it said somebody was here. Are the scans lying? Is nothing real?
This blue ward is called a sentry ward. Its job is to show you invisible things. This includes wards and other units that are invisible.
Placing a ward just to see high ground in front of you. Yeah, it's a bit sketch, but I don't know. It's not that important.
Click on the ward with the left mouse button and click on the map to place it on the new target.
Okay. Where do you want me? Here?
There he is. Go and attack him.
Oh, no, he left the area of your sentry.
That is very
Well,
funny.
this is the area of effect your sentry has.
It is a very funny tutorial. I do like it. I think it is funny.
Dragon to the fray.
Okay, hold all to check the sentry range. Ah,
We're just gonna need to hunt him down. Here is a dust of the.
are we doing dust as well? Okay.
Set up and walk in the direction that you.
All right.
To battle.
Now hit the dust and hope he's close.
Shit, they found me.
There he is. Get that pile of garbage.
Later.
Ah, no, we lost him again. Maybe this time for good. Well, one last idea. Let's take that enemy outpost.
I need
Oh, another thing. Okay.
Structure is the enemy outpost.
Oh my god, Dota has so much stuff now. I don't even know if I can blame them, right? Because it's just like, yeah, outposts are a thing. We haven't even gotten to TPs yet.
It didn't used to be like that, but trust me.
Oh my god, Dota is just so bloated these days, isn't it? It's just so much stuff in it. We haven't talked about talents. We haven't talked about, like, that it's actually a 5 versus 5 game. You know?
What? There he is! Kill him!
Alright, kill him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm done.
I've killed dragons.
That's one more
less
invis
deserving
spamming
of
bastard down.
Great work. The outpost also gives you a place to teleport to and will give your entire team experience every 10 minutes. Try to make sure you control both outposts, yours and your enemies, before each 10-minute interval.
Oh my god. I have to do 10-minute intervals now? Oh.
My goodness. You killed Ricky. Thank you so much. Great job.
Oh dear, this is one of your teammates. Don't worry, they can't hear us. We're ghosts that only haunt you.
This is a nice team. Let's acknowledge their existence. Press the V key to turn on your microphone and say hello.
Okay, this is very North American specific. EU doesn't use so much the mic. Hello.
Wait, did you actually talk? This is a tutorial, man. That's not a real person.
It's okay, let's not use our microphone then. Press this key to open up your chat wheel and select well played. This is universal for thanks in the Dota world.
Also for you suck, surprisingly.
This is universal for thanks.
Thanks. You too.
What the fuck are you doing? You killed Ricky and you're stealing my kills. Why do you have so many wards in your inventory? And why aren't my camps stacked?
Oh, this is very unpleasant.
Oh dear, looks like we have a rager on our hands.
By my
Now,
blade.
Dota is a hard game. For some, they see the challenge and rise up to better themselves and learn that hard work and effort can make you a better person. For some, they become lost, shells of their former selves, drunk on the rage that fuels them.
Dota should be a fun place where you treat others how you want to be treated and work together.
I'm glad that they're turning this into this kind of message, though.
Dota players never give up. Oh, if only that were true. But that doesn't mean that we need to listen to the screeching of this petulant child. Click here to open up the scoreboard.
Here's a little video showing you how to mute people in your real game, so you shouldn't feel bad. Remember, we're supposed to be having fun.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
Now, if you have a ranger on your
But if I didn't know about Dota and I saw this in a tutorial, I would probably just, you know, after that information overload, and then I'm told that, hey, also everybody will be really mad at you and screaming at you, and it's just gonna be the worst experience you ever had. Would you play it?
See, there he goes. His power over us is lost. And we too must go, for there is much more to learn.
Head to the next marker. I won't tell you where it is, so you're gonna have to use your mini-map and your camera to find it. We'll meet you there.
It's kind of a dilemma. Like, I get where they're coming from, right? They're saying we're going to, you know, we're gonna teach you about muting and such because toxicity is a part of it. And like, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. I wish you were wrong, but you're not wrong. Still feels really awkward to include it in the tutorial because, like, I don't know. Part of me feels like maybe you should try to put your best foot forward here, but at the same time, you know, like, it is more realistic. It's a bit tricky.
Right here and right here.
Bounty runes, when picked up, give your entire team a small amount of.
Oh my god, how long? 45 minutes of this already.
Making sure you're selecting your side's bounties is a way to ensure your.
It's very impressive that I've managed to make so much of this tutorial in what, 3 weeks.
Gets a much bigger advantage over the enemy, as you are all making more money while the enemy gets less.
But believe it or not, this is not the only type of rune, dear student. Let's head over here.
Oh, I'm not picking it up. Oh, I can pick it up. Okay. So, runes. Oh, Roshan is a thing too. Aghanim Scepter probably needs to be addressed. You know what this tutorial's making me realize? Nobody should be playing Dota. That's the conclusion I'm arriving at. It's just nobody should be playing Dota. This is, come on. There's so much stuff in it.
Double damage.
Why didn't I do that? The power rune ranges. Ah, okay. Wait, this is supposed to teach me what they do?
Invisibility.
I guess. Is this important?
Arcane rune? Ah, my cooldowns are lower and my spells cost less mana.
Haste.
Very happy about this.
Help! I need assistance. I'm very badly hurt.
It is funny, I'll give him that.
Oh, yes, regeneration. Nectar of the gods.
Oh no, please don't do that. Oh, hello, Roshan.
Yes, every watch our heroes get destroyed by the mighty Roadman. Let me sum up our lessons. Creep spawn every 30 seconds. Power runes every 2 minutes. Bounty runes every 5 minutes. My line truly ended.
I couldn't hear anything, Sansan.
You as a team need to handle all of this, as well as murdering your enemies.
Couldn't hear shit, my friend.
If you're standing still, you're most likely doing something wrong. There's always something to do. So go forth and do it.
So if you want to make that kind of, like, having multiple people, like, speak at the same time, the way you have to do this, you have to have one person record it and then send that recording to the next person. And then have speak on top of that recording so that it's properly synced up. You can't just give a bunch of people the same text and expect them to speak it at the same, you know, pace, because that just doesn't happen. Alright, I guess we're doing Roshan now. I honestly, like, it was way too loud. Yes, we watch our heroes get destroyed by the mighty Roshana. We sum up our lessons here. Creeps spawn every 30 seconds. Power runes spawn every 2 minutes. Bounty runes every 5 minutes and outposts every 10. But you said creeps spawn every minute. And now you might be like, Bobby, what are you talking about? Well, just a second ago, they told me that the neutral creeps spawn every minute. Right? And I don't believe, like, when we talked about this was when we were all the way back here. This was like half an hour ago. I don't know, maybe back then they talked about how often... Oh, this doesn't even go all the way back then, so I don't even know. Okay, so this doesn't include the neutral creeps. If you're standing still, you're most likely doing something wrong. There's always something to do, so go forth and do it. Alright, let's go say hello to Roshan.
Roshan is a big badass that will beat anyone who attacks him to death in his little nerd cave. He's always gonna be angry because he gets no Wi-Fi.
I gotta say, it's funny. I know I keep saying it, but I do just think it's genuinely funny.
But we've been talking to you for so long, we thought that you would like to fight him alone for fun.
Here are some hyper late game items for Dragon Knight as well as a few level ups. Have fun!
Are you not gonna explain talents? Ah, there we go.
That now you have been gifted talents. Remember when we said each hero comes with innate skills? Talents can change the hero dynamically to be something different? Well, talents do the same. At levels 10, 15, 20, and 25, you're given a choice.
Have they explained ultimate? Oh, I don't even know anymore. I don't know if they explain ultimates. And I don't, that's just, there's so much. It's so much. Okay, so choose and pick between available talents. Okay, let me just pick some stuff, I guess.
Okay, that's all the talents, the items, and the confidence that we can give you. Defeat Roshan!
Alright, let's go kill Roshan, I guess. Why is there Tide Hunter now?
Oh, it's your friends. They've come
Ah, okay. I mean, it's not really needed. Like, here's the thing. Here's a problem I'm having. I know all these things, right? Like, I don't know about you guys. You guys know all of these things as well, right? Can you process them in the tutorial? I'm trying to process them as, like, the tutorial. And I just... Oh my god, I cannot. I have completely lost track of it. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the edges.
Wonderful, wonderful. If there's only a way we could test this out, feel free to leave the pit.
I'm feeling overwhelmed that I already know all of this, right? That's where I'm at too. I'm like, I know all these things, and this is way too much, dude.
It's time to use all that we have taught you. Time for a team fight. Learning is over. Kill them all.
All right, we'll kill him. But we haven't talked about fighting heroes yet at all. We've killed a bunch of heroes that were static and didn't do anything.
We have placed a teleport scroll in
Oh, TP is nice.
This allows you to quickly traverse the map. Any friendly buildings, including stolen outposts, can be teleported to by clicking on the scroll, then clicking on the building. In fact, you can click the scroll anywhere on the minimap, and the game will automatically teleport you to a building as close as possible.
When you're in a jam, clicking on the teleport scroll twice very quickly will teleport you to the safest place on the map, your friendly fountain. Keep in mind that when you do teleport, you are required to channel it. Channeling essentially means that you can't move or do anything else while it's happening. And if you do, your TP will be cancelled and be completely wasted.
Click on the teleport scroll twice now, as we have a surprise for you. Also, always have a teleport scroll on you, and if you don't, you're a noob.
Okay. Maybe you can teach me how to buy one.
Okay, actually, no. We want you to promise us that you have a teleport.
Okay, that's fair.
If we ever see you without a TP scroll on your person, you're gonna make us look real bad.
That is very funny.
Every time you see that circle without a TP in it, picture your big lonely heart there instead, looking for its soulmate. Give the circle its soulmate. Buy 2, maybe even 3 if you must.
Promise us you will always have one. Press V, the microphone button, and say you promise that you will.
I promise I will.
Bro, we told you, we're not real. We can't hear you. Alright, let's go.
Well, I believe. Wait! Oh, you just do it for me, I guess.
And here we are. We have truly come full circle.
You did a great job in the tutorial. We're very proud to have you join us.
Now some final lessons. First, let's talk about heroes that aren't Dragon Knight.
Wait, we're just looking at heroes now? That's a bit strange.
Heroes are broken down into 3 categories: strength, agility, and intelligence. Your hero, Dragon Knight, is a strength hero. They're known for being beefy, having a ton of health, and staying in fights a long time as they beat their enemies down with brute force.
Well, I mean, this looks very similar to Centaur.
Blast cannons. For a while, these heroes are known for dealing lots of damage later in the game, but they're relatively weak at the start. They need to weave in and out of combat to be effective, doing large amounts of damage, but then escaping before the enemy can kill them.
Is Invoker really the best hero to show here?
They're typically strongest in the early game, but become weaker as the game goes on. However, they are able to cast very powerful spells, which can allow the games to never get to the late game.
These are further broken down into roles.
That is not a very good representation of what intelligence heroes are.
The mid, position 3, the off lane, and 4 and 5, the supports. But we won't get into that garbage.
The time has come for you to decide which hero class best suits you. Are you the kind of guy who wades into battle with his big belly ready to smash?
Yeah, me.
Are you a cunning assassin?
No, not that cunning. I'm a big idiot.
Enemies in an instant with a powerful spell? Well, that's for you to decide.
Invoker's the most known intelligence hero outside of the other players, so I don't know. Is Invoker? Wouldn't it be like Lina or something? Wait, what's going on now?
These are all people who made this possible, as well
as
community members that have more advanced guides and resources for you. Dota is a nearly impossible game to master, but that's what makes it so fun. Go up to any of the people at the party and click on them. They'll introduce themselves and link you to additional resources and advanced guides.
We'll miss you, young one. Make sure to say goodbye before you leave. You are now ready.
Don't feel bad if you lose. You're gonna lose a lot.
That's true, but Dota is one of the most rewarding games to play if you give it a chance. The map is yours, my child. Good luck and have fun. The dragon waits. Whenever you're ready to say goodbye yourself, feel free to destroy the enemy ancient. Keep in mind that in order to do that, you must first destroy the tier 4 towers protected.
Yeah, don't you think that might have been good to teach me? Like, how to actually win the game?
We put a divine rapier in your inventory. Now go and destroy them all.
I feel like we spend an awful lot of time on how to stack. And I don't even remember, honestly. The runes. But I mean, like, it would have maybe been good to kind of like explain that you can't destroy these towers immediately. You kind of have to go one by one through a lane. Right, like, kind of showcase this kind of stuff by actually having people do it. I don't know. So I don't know. I've written some tutorials myself, right? And what I try to do is I try to kind of like have them reach I feel like the end of the tutorial should be the end of the game. Does that make sense? Right, because like a game, when it ends, like it has its own kind of like feeling to it, and I feel like your tutorial should end when your game ends. That way, it feels really natural. All right.
Hey guys, this is Purge. I'm a long-time Dota 2 content creator. I make lots of YouTube videos.
Oh my god, that is a lot of text.
Hey there, I'm Alex, and welcome to Dota. Linked here is my Dota 2 Beginner's Guide's
Hello there, I'm Sir Action Slacks.
This is pretty cool.
Less about how to play the game and more about Dota's incredible lore, then come and check.
Oh man. So these are the modders. Please, for the love of God, play my custom games. The dragon waits. Who calls the Dragon Knight? Dota buff.
Hey, I'm Chelsea from DotaBuff. DotaBuff provides stats on the latest hero trends. Hey, I'm Chelsea from DotaBuff.
Reddit.
Hey now, I'm from the Dota 2 subreddit, reddit.com/r/Dota2.
Liquipedia.
We're Liquipedia, the best resource for Dota 2 esports on the world.
Okay, well this just feels a bit advertising, I guess.
My name is Angermania, and I make lore videos on YouTube.
Hello, friend. I'm Zach, also known as Zeke Exotic.
Dude, I'm so out of this. I'm so out of this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know any of these people. I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect. I just don't watch Dota stuff anymore. Dota University.
Hello, welcome to Dota 2. I'm Stage, and I'm here to represent Dota University. We're a beginner-friendly Discord community that organizes coach lobbies in which you face other players with similar experience. We also host
This is pretty cool. I like this. It's a fun little party. Alright, Indiegogo donators. Yeah. Alright. So, in grand scheme, how do we feel about the tutorial? I think that every aspect of it is really, really, really well made. I think that the actual content at points... it feels like emphasis is being put on the wrong elements. And also it's very long. It is very, very long. And I don't know if that's their fault. Like, I don't know if that's an error on... Like, if that's a mistake with the tutorial. Or if it's just that Dota has just got way too much going on with it, you know? Because there's way too much going on with Dota. I don't know. Like, do you have to explain outposts? Do you have to explain Roshan? Right? Do you have to explain talents? Do you have to explain stacking? And you might say to any one of those, like, yes, that one, and no, that one. And like, yeah, but I get why it's difficult to have to pick, right? You're gonna have to pick and choose which one is actually the one. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Right? It also comes down to, like, what's your goal with the tutorial? Do you want the tutorial to be something where people can use it and then immediately start queuing ranked and do well? Or is the goal with the tutorial... Wait, do they have backdoor protection here? That's kind of funny. Yeah, this is something like backdoor protection wasn't explained. I feel like backdoor protection is maybe something worth explaining, no? Because if I am like, okay, I'm gonna go kill this tower really quick and then it just doesn't die and heals randomly, it might be like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. You know? So... I don't know. Again, I think the individual parts of it are incredibly well made. So I definitely gotta give them credit for that. I'm just not sure if it's actually gonna resonate that well with its target audience. But admittedly, I'm also not entirely sure what the target audience is. Right? Like, that's kind of a problem as well, but it's not entirely clear to me, like, who's actually supposed to play this. But considering they made this in, like... What, 3 weeks? That's fucking impressive as hell. Like, I gotta absolutely give props for that. That's intense. Making that in 3 weeks. Right? Anyway, okay. I have written a thing. I'm gonna be a wiener now. Okay? Can I be a bit of a wiener for a moment? I'm gonna be a bit of a wiener for a moment. Because I have some opinions that I would like to share. That's okay. I did print them out. Now you might be like, Bowie, did you go buy more paper? No, actually, we just found like 6 more sheets of paper and I just used 5 of them. So we currently have one sheet of paper in our home. We need to buy more paper. Anyway, yes. So, basically, now let me just read this. So, hello, it is I, the man with opinions. I hope that's okay. So, I've been opposed to this project from the very beginning. And I think it's easy to understand my opposition as me just being contrarian, right? When they first announced this, I immediately said, I don't like this. And I do want to be very clear about it, that this isn't meant to be an attack on Slacks, right? I firmly believe he's doing the tutorial with good intentions, but isn't aware of the larger implications of making it. I said before that Slacks is the homie, and I stand by that. Slacks is the homie. Before going through this text right here, I also heavily recommend that you go and watch the video that I am discussing here before you continue listening to me. It's called Community Call to Arms, Let's Make a Dota 2 Tutorial, and it is on Sir Action Slack's YouTube channel. So pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about is in reference to Sir Action Slack's original video, because I think that is kind of important for these things. We told you to buy more paper. Now, I got plenty of paper. I still have one more sheet. That's going to last me another 6 years. Anyway, so in this text, I want to explain why I'm opposed to a larger scale community tutorial, and also why I think this matters. In a weird way, I believe this is a reflection of larger issues, not even just in Dota. It expresses the common myth of personal responsibility in a situation which is actually a systemic issue, and shows how people in power profit from the confusion of the two. Now, let me be honest. Some of you aren't going to agree with me, and that's fine. I just want to explain what bothers me about it. To start, I would like to pull some quotes from Sir Action Slack's original Call to Arms video, so we're all on the same page as per the arguments being used in favor of creating this tutorial. In the video, Slack says, and this is a quote, I 100% feel it's impossible to make a tutorial for Dota 2. Then, the only way that you could actually make a tutorial for Dota is if you hire a team of 30 people, and every single update they go back and work on it again. Afterwards, he talks about how the first tutorial of Dragon Knight broke 3 weeks after it was released because Stout Shield was removed from the game, but it was required in the tutorial. He continues, that means you need a dedicated team to constantly update the tutorial. Why would you do that when there's nothing bringing in new players other than other people that are already going to chaperone them? Chaperone them? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I don't really use that. So I'm not going to quote how he dismisses the concern people have that $160 million have been spent on the Battle Pass at 6:10 in his video, but I will quote his "who fucking cares" right afterwards. These are the points I want to discuss right now. For our discussion, it doesn't matter what is actually part of the tutorial. My problem isn't with the tutorial or its content. In fact, I actually think the tutorial itself is really well made. I mean, we just saw it. I think they did a really good job with it. It does, I would say it has some issues, but that's not what I'm talking about. I don't care about that, right? Instead, I am much more concerned with the act of creating the tutorial and the implications thereof. So, for the sake of this, we need to establish some players. First, there is the community. That is you who is watching this video right now. These are the individuals who are playing the game at large, right? You are the community. Second, there are community members with power. Somebody like Sir Action Slacks, Purge, other large streamers, pro players, pro teams, and so on. We actually saw a lot of them in the tutorial. I'm going to refer to this group as community ambassadors for our purposes right now. Finally, there is Valve. Valve controls everything. While community and ambassadors have power, their power is more abstract, right? It's more soft power. Valve, on the other hand, has all the hard power. They are the ones that make the final decisions, and they are the ones that construct the systems that we then all have to deal with. Steam earned an estimated $4.3 billion in 2019. There's always a bit of a problem that comes along with discussing numbers this large. It's incredibly difficult to comprehend just what an absurd amount of money this actually is. But for our sake, all that we need to know is that even if I fully concede the point, right? I fully concede the point that creating a tutorial and maintaining it requires a staff of 30 top engineers and designers paid full-time to exclusively work on the tutorial. Valve could easily afford that without them even really noticing a decline in their earnings. We don't know exactly how much money Dota 2 makes, but for 2020, Valve did release a report that listed the top 100 best earning games on Steam. This report categorizes games into tiers, with Dota 2 occupying a slot in the highest tier, the Platinum tier, along with other games like Fall Guys, Doom Eternal, Cyberpunk 2077, and Grand Theft Auto 5. Given the overall... Wait. Next page. All right. Given the overall earnings of Steam, I think we can safely conclude one thing. Dota 2 makes a lot of money. It makes a lot of money. Despite that, it often feels like Valve is maybe a bit lazy with it. A tad bit lazy with Dota. Dota Plus was implemented and immediately abandoned. Guilds were a promising feature and nothing really happened with them. And the arcade is in bad shape, with couriers, passive code, and the scoreboard having been broken for months now. Often Valve takes the easy path if it comes to fixing problems. For example, for a long time now, there have been issues with bots joining custom game lobbies and then declining the lobby when the game starts, making it impossible to actually get a game going. So the solution that was implemented for this problem was an automatic 1 hour long ban if you decline a custom game. So if you're in a custom game lobby, the lobby starts and then you decline it, right? When the accept button comes, or you click decline, you get banned. You may notice there are some problems with this. First, it makes it so that custom games now just have a ban yourself button, which is a bit silly if you ask me. Second, it's an incredibly brute force approach Second, it's an incredibly brute force approach that doesn't actually fix the core issue, which isn't people using the decline button in custom games. It's bots intentionally stopping lobbies from being started. The with the bots wasn't people clicking the decline button. That's not the problem. The problem is the bots. You gotta fix the problem, not the symptom of the problem. A lot of this can be traced back to Valve's flat hierarchy. In case you aren't familiar with this, there are a lot of articles online you can read about it. I'm not going to go too deep into this right now. What's important for us is knowing that Valve as a company is heavily structured around bonuses, monetary bonuses, for completing projects, but also doesn't want to force people to work on specific tasks. This results in a system that creates a lot of new things, but doesn't maintain them, since there is an incentive structure for creating, but not for maintaining. On top of that, a lot of people will just prefer to create instead of maintain. Right? Making something new is way more fun than having to fix up something old. I hope at this point it's starting to make sense why we don't have a tutorial. Slax is right. It does require a lot of maintenance and upkeep and upkeep work. But what did Valve do instead? They released a tutorial and then stopped working on it. This is where I think we need to make a very important distinction though. Slax framed the reason why Valve isn't maintaining the tutorial as an issue of resources, which isn't true. Valve has near infinite resources, and Dota is a big enough earner to easily justify spending them. The actual issue is a systemic problem, an issue with the systems put in place by Valve. And what's really important to remember here is that these are natural systems. In fact, they are quite uncommon. Okay, so we have established that the reason why we have no tutorial is a systemic issue. So what's the problem then with creating it ourselves? It's that we are rewarding the system. We're telling Valve that they can do whatever they want, because at the places where their system is inadequate, we will come in and solve those problems for them. We are providing free labor for $1 billion company, even going as far as to create a fundraiser to pay for that free labor. And you might say here, well, if there's a fundraiser, it's obviously not free labor. But it is for Valve. They're not pitching into the fundraiser. They're not paying for it. They easily could. As I already said, this isn't an issue of resources. In this video, Slax asks the community to come together and help build the tutorial. He says that it's impossible for Valve and asks the community to put your money where your mouth is. What this does is it reframes the issue as an issue of personal responsibility. You should support this project. You should build it. You should donate to make it happen. I strongly disagree with something like this. It's giving a $1 billion company an easy way out by passing the blame onto the community. If this fails, then why didn't you help? You could have helped make it happen. If it succeeds, then why would Valve bother making a tutorial in the future if you will just do it for them? In my eyes, community ambassadors should be fighting for the community. The cause isn't a bad one. The argument for having a tutorial is absolutely solid, but instead of making one, Slacks and other community ambassadors should have rallied the community to petition Valve to make a tutorial. It's their responsibility. Valve's responsibility, that is. They benefit from it existing. They have the resources to build it, but they just don't want to. The effort spent on building a tutorial should have been spent on pressuring Valve and demanding that they maintain their shit. Funnily enough, in this whole mess, there's one thing that to me fully exemplifies this whole situation. Currently, you can't play custom games at all until you have played 30 games of Dota. In other words, Valve put a system in place that fully prevents this whole tutorial from even being used for its intended purpose, and the only way to fix this problem is to lobby Valve to fix it. Which is what should have been done for the tutorial as well. The worst part about this issue is that I expect Valve will remove this 30 game limit and then be lauded for their support of the community. That's all they're going to do. They're going to remove the 30 game limit, and then everybody's going to be like, oh, Valve, they're so great. No, they're not. They're not. They didn't do jack shit, man. They didn't even do the bare necessities. I don't mean this text to be an attack on Slacks. That's not the point. I believe he didn't really think through the implications of this whole project, but there is something that does rub me very much the wrong way from his video. The last point I mentioned at the beginning. Who fucking cares? About the $160 million that were spent on the Battle Pass for Valve to host the International, which then they just didn't and haven't said a word about what the plans are for the money, despite the next Battle Pass probably being right around the corner already. Me! I care! And frankly, I'm baffled that you don't. Not only should you care, but you're a community ambassador. People in the community look up to you, and your behavior will shape their behavior. You saying who fucking cares is basically waving a white flag at Valve, telling them that they can get away with anything. And they will. Because instead of actually trying to change anything, all we're doing is doing the work for them. And I know that when I say we, you're going to say, well, Bobby, you didn't do anything. Yeah, I know. But now you know why. Now you know why. I hope that makes sense. Right? I think they did a good job with the tutorial. I just don't think they should have made the tutorial. I don't think they should have done that. And yeah, anyway. I hope my little discussion at the end there makes a bit of sense. And I suppose that did about sum up this video. Yeah, unless somebody has any questions. Our tutorial. But it's not our tutorial, right? Like, you can't think about it that way. Like, it's Valve's responsibility, and taking it away from them and doing it for them is just giving them stuff that they really don't deserve and that you really shouldn't give them. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.